Is what?
All righty, everybody. Thank you once again for joining us for another week, of us talking our shit. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Sir Daniel Ben. He's going to be hosting today's show. And with me tonight, we have the lovely...
Tiastomy. Hello, you guys.
And introduce yourself, Miss
Nate.
And we,
Mr. Nate.
And we got our boy all the way across the pond, coming in from Las Vegas, Nevada. Introduce yourself, my man.
Woo!
What's up, man? It's your gearhead, Mr. Logic himself, and I am in the city of sin right now. What's going on, yo?
You already know how it is. And please, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon for the notifications. And you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok under the handle 1424 podcast. Yes, that's the thumbs of
Follow
approval.
us.
Please be sure. And as you already, okay. And for the uninitiated, this is one thing's for sure, two things for certain, baby. You already know how it is.
Let's go.
I gotta admit, I think we forgot to do it last time, but that was my fault.
That's okay. That's fine. And so please be aware that there is going to be a bit of lag on Jay's side. So, just bear in mind with that. All right. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is how was everyone's week? I think it's like the second or third week of the new year. How's everyone doing?
Pretty good. Bro, I started school this semester.
Same.
This week. Oh my goodness.
Bro, it's
What are you going for?
cancer.
Huh?
What are you going for?
So I'm majoring in marketing.
Okay, great.
But this semester I'm taking statistics.
Tatite.
I'm taking 4 classes actually, and then I'm taking like information systems,
Yeah.
and only 2 classes are like consumer behavior and then marketing. So I'm a little nervous because I haven't taken 4 to 5 classes since I've done my AA, which was back after I graduated high school. So I'm nervous.
It's okay. It'll come rushing back to you. I
No,
know.
yeah, dude. I fucked
I'm in
up.
my late 30s and I've just, came out of school. So
No, I mean,
Definitely
bro,
works.
there isn't a wrong age to start.
Yeah, no.
What's the word? Like expanding your mind.
Yeah.
There is you can be however old you are.
For those of you who want to
Literally,
go back to
exactly.
school, you
Exactly.
definitely can. I
you
believe in
need
you.
to.
You,
It keeps your brain young.
keeps it nice and elastic. Yeah, I started classes as well, and I fucked up because I've been trying to get ENC 1102 for the longest. And I find because like if they fill up quick, I finally got my hands on it. And it turns out I fucking scheduled it at the wrong campus. Literally, the campus is fucking an hour away from the one that I go to. That's on the I-95.
Oh,
So
no.
I dropped that class with the quickness.
Bro.
So yeah, I was doing 5, and now I'm doing 4. That's a
Great.
bummer. Yeah, I wanted to because I'm trying to speed run my degree. So I'm just trying to overload my schedule, but
Dude,
whatever.
honestly,
Dude.
same.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
why I'm taking 4.
Yeah,
this
like
semester.
trying to overload it as much as I can, bro.
But then again, I'm paying out of pocket, so that's why. Like, if I could take 5, I would, but I can only afford 4 at the moment.
No, dude, my financial aid only covers so much. They still want like a K from me. Yeah, like before when I had the English course, it was 2K, and then I dropped it, and it dropped down to a K, and I was like, what the fuck? That's great. I'll just take English in the summer, I guess. English in the summer. College is great, by the way.
It is. It isn't. It isn't.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. It's great for me because, bro, fell in love 12 times today before noon. You already know what it is.
So
Bro.
you
Yeah, I
already
already
seen
know what
some
it
of the
is.
eye candy.
That's all it is.
In the room. T,
Yes.
you had a hard beginning of the year. How you feeling, Mama?
I feel a lot better. Let's not say beginning of the year. It was a rough ending of the year.
I hear that.
Basically it was all in December. January I've been like recovering, doing better or whatever, It's just the woes of being a cancer survivor and an ostomate. Like when you don't have a bladder and your kidney have to work like overtime to like support other things that it shouldn't, it takes a toll on your body. And especially if you're like trying to be active and be a mom and work and like, follow your career, it definitely takes a toll on you sometimes. So other than that, I'm
Well,
good.
You look a lot better. You sound a lot better.
Well,
We're glad to
thank
have you back,
you.
woman.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're
I
glad you're
missed
back.
you guys.
Back in the stew where we all belong. You already know how it is. In the
Yes,
1424
I missed
podcast,
you
baby.
guys. I missed you.
I know how it is.
But now I'm gearing
Yes,
up for
sir.
tax season. You know, I'm a tax preparer, so that's my
Yeah.
whole thing. So right now it's tax season, and we're trying to make sure that everybody is, getting used to the changes because it's not the same this year.
Oh, what kind of changes did they make to the
No,
taxes this year? The
A
taxes.
lot of the credits have been taken away. that
What
you
kind
could
of
get.
credits?
Some of like the credits, like for like example, like the child tax credit has got cut in half. So like last year they was giving like up to like 4,000 for a child.
Yeah.
Now it's only like 2,000, but only 1,500 of that is gonna help to increase your tax return. For
Wow.
a lot of the single men, it sucks because if you really don't have a dependent or you don't have like a credit, like a school credit or something like that that you could get back to like help boost your return,
Yeah.
you're not getting anything back. Like everything now is like they raised the brackets, so it's a lot more getting taken away from you than given to you this time.
Honestly,
no
hopefully
way.
I can get like a decent amount on my tax return, bro. And I have to wait till the 31st before I can get my W-2.
Dude, yes.
Yeah,
And my
That's fine.
last year, my accountant told me that like, cause
But you're in school. Were you in school last year too?
Yeah.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
No, I mean,
you'll make out better than the average single
Yeah.
male.
No, because I know that I got the 1098T, so
Mhm.
they're gonna give me that.
Right.
And then I worked at Best Buy for as long as I did, so that also helps if you hold on to a job for longer.
yeah. But the thing is, I
It
think
does, but it
because-
also depends on, because let me tell you something, like this is another thing that we do at the tax office. We have like Wealth Wednesdays is something that we do where we give like tips and stuff.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know when they fill out their W-9 how they fill it out. So a lot of them mark exempt and this and that, like the different ones. And during the year, they're not getting much taxes taken out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or either none taken out at all. And then when they go to file their taxes, it's all screwed up because it's like you're not really going to get much back. Like, yeah, you made almost 27,000, you know what I mean? But you only put like 500 in there,
Yeah.
if that. And then you at least supposed to put like almost 10% of what you make, you know what I'm saying? So it definitely is.
Yeah, and guys, all of you guys who have 401ks and investment accounts, make sure that you get those tax documents as well. The
Exactly.
1099R and the
99Ks, because
and the
now they're doing
Bs
that
and the
too.
yeah. Oh, they're doing okay.
Yeah, the 1099Ks is now starting for if you got Cash App. Like, let's say you're a small business
Yeah.
owner, right? And you were getting more than $600 cash sent to your Cash App in payments, then you have to report that now. So now they're sending out 1099Ks for that, and you got to report that.
All right,
Cash App,
Wow.
Zelle.
They're breaking
that
down
stuff.
on the money sending app. So y'all,
Yes.
drug dealers beware. You're gonna have to answer to the IRS. You can't fuck with those niggas. They always get their guy.
Mhm.
They always get their guy.
Oh,
Who was the I don't remember. There's like a celebrity that like was well known to be like a criminal or whatever, but Al Capone.
Mhm.
Al
Oh.
Capone, yeah, he was, the gangster, but he got taken down by the fucking IRS because they always get their fucking guy. Dude, don't fuck with the IRS. Don't fuck with their money. Don't fuck with the government's money. They always get their shit back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking dummies.
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 All right. Let's get into it, yo.
Oh, take it away, T or Nate, because I don't really have much background on this, but except everything's not so Gucci in the world of Gucci Mane.
Oh, I love the
Oh.
transition.
Shots fired. Literally. So I guess if we're gonna
If I
take it,
may take,
go ahead.
go ahead, guys. Sorry.
No, again, he's lagged out, so he's gonna be behind us,
Okay.
a step behind.
So recently in the news, what has been going on is, one of Gucci Mane's artists, Big Scar, passed away. He overdosed, and his family came out and said that Gucci Mane did not help pay for the funeral, that he was asking for the 1017 necklaces back or the chains back, and that he really didn't show any love to his artists. by him being, you know, his artist. So to me, when I look at it, I think that one, the whole industry is failing because this artist, Big Scar, literally was overdosing every day on his live.
Oh
And if
yeah.
that's my artist and I'm, you know, and he signed to my record label and I start to see him like go down this path, I'm not going to want to like let you go and do shows. I'm going to pause your money for a while and tell you, hey, you got to go to rehab for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah, but you know,
you got to get your life together.
that's not
Because
how
if
the
not,
game is, you know. That's not how it is. They glorify, you know, drugs and alcohol, bro. That's just
but
how
it wasn't
goes.
always like that. Because back in, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
this younger generation, you know, is different. Like in our Jason, I'm sure you could, you know, agree with
Yeah,
me.
I
In
agree.
our
It's
age,
definitely
like, you know, we was the ones hustling the
Yeah.
drugs, you know, and talking about, you know, doing this and doing that with it, not taking it, not over, you know,
Yeah, I feel that.
glorifying it and literally being
I
on.
mean, the same thing kind of happened if you think about it. Look at DMX. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite artists
Yeah.
in my lifetime, where this is the individual who truly had a problem. And like they say, you don't get the flowers to, you know, you can't smell them anymore. And this seems to be the same situation. And unfortunately, this artist who lost his life, it exposes the hardship that the family has to deal with. It exposes the bullshit within the industry and really how carnage this game is.
Well, I
Because
mean, the
when it comes
family.
down to it, huh?
I was going to say the family. I mean, to me, the reason why I'm not gonna too much agree with this family is because to me, everyone was chasing clout. Literally the day of Big Scar's funeral, his younger brother held a video shoot at his funeral.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
No way.
Yeah.
yeah. Then
Damn,
on
gotta
top
respect
of
the hustle.
that,
What, bro?
then on top of that, like, you know, Keisha Kaur, Gucci's wife, came and posted her receipt showing, hey, we did give, you know, 10,000. Yeah, y'all went and had a funeral for $60,000, but she said 20,000 plus flowers, but the family saying they only got 10,000 and they never got the flowers, but they're asking for the chains back and stuff, which is the chains is part of the industry. That's part of the contract that you sign.
Right.
So being that you haven't made any of that money really back to give back because you're a newly signed artist that just got signed and those are all advances, that is basically still the labels. You know what I mean? So y'all are going to have to give it back.
Property. It's an asset.
Yeah, it's an asset and they're going to have to give it back one way or the other, either in blood or either in court. It's one way or the other.
Well, the father did stand out, and this is where, you know, why the story gets a little crazy, because the father came out and actually praised Gucci and his wife, saying thank you. Because they didn't have to do anything. Then that's the honest truth. They didn't have to do anything. And I know I'm gonna say harsh saying this, but you got to understand, this is a grown man's game. And even though this individual was going through a lot of emotional distress and was ODing, it should have been his family who made further investigation and further steps to get him help. Not so much on the record label. The record label, as we've seen many times, they put life insurance on their artists for that reason. Because this is the most dangerous career path you could choose, is to be an entertainer into the hip hop culture.
Exactly.
So imagine, you know, the more you mess up, the more, you know, you put your life at risk. Record labels looking at it as 1 and 0s. That's it. You're nothing but a paycheck. You're not family. Do not get the game twisted.
Exactly.
If there's one thing that we have to understand in anything that goes with business, it's not personal, it's business. And because it's business, you got to move with a different mindset and watch how you're moving out here, especially when it comes to your own fans, especially when you got friends who are a whole bunch of what we would call yes niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're willing to put you in the situation, but they ain't willing to go down with the ship if shit goes wrong. So it's definitely been a learning lesson. You would have think we learned by now. Now, when it comes to the Gucci situation, I'm only going off on what is being released. We're not going to know the truth. You know, there's the family side, there's Gucci side, and then there's the truth.
Well, I mean,
And
them receipts, the
we're only getting
receipts
The
speak.
receipts.
The receipts. I was trying to say the receipts speaks volumes. Okay, them receipts that Keisha Kaur posted clearly has the funeral home at the top with the $10,000 on both of the receipts.
And
Well, they
also,
said-
let's
they
not
said
forget
that-
either,
They
guys.
said that receipt is fake. They said it was fake. That because it's not being acknowledged by the funeral home. So there's a lot of commotion going on. Like, okay, are you putting fake receipts, or again, is it the funeral home looking for clout as well?
Let's just not forget that Gucci Man is in fact a clone, and the real one died in prison. Let's not forget that. All right.
That's what I heard.
The tattoos don't
That's the
match up on his
conspiracy
face.
theory
All
over
right.
here.
How are you going to
That's the
jail
conspiracy
looking
theory.
the way that you did? Look at a picture of old Gucci Man and new Gucci Man.
Mhm.
The tattoos don't match up.
Mhm.
You don't when you lose
Okay.
weight, you don't look like that. He's a completely
So
different
you
person.
saying I'm a clone?
Huh?
I had hair. That don't mean nothing.
Nah, nigga, you
Okay.
got fat.
Going bald is totally different.
Yo,
Going bald is
What?
totally different.
I know. Oh, now you brave. Now you talking smack while I'm 3,000 miles away.
I mean, I'd say
Okay,
it to him
you
if he
call
was
me
sitting
fat.
right in front of me. Because
I ain't never.
Jay's the
You know
first.
what?
He's the number one
Stand up
person.
and show him what you made of.
He's the number
Let
one
me see.
person
Go
that
like
would go.
this.
He himself says, this is the heaviest that I've been in my entire life. He says that, not me. He said it. I'm lying?
It is the heaviest I've ever been, but you ain't never called me fat before.
Aww.
What
Don't
about your
feel no
tummy?
type
What
of
about your
way.
tum tum?
No.
All right, on to the next thing.
Oh, before
All
we
right,
go to the
yeah.
next thing, really quick, I just gotta ask you guys:
Wow.
Did y'all hear what happened with French Montana and the people who got shot here? That was right here in Miami at the finger licking. Right here, 10
Frenchie
people.
Montana.
I
Yeah.
heard some type
10
of emotion pop.
10
off.
people got
What
shot
happened
with it was him and Rob 49. They were doing a video at the Lickin' in Miami, right there on 135th and what is that, 7th Avenue, I think that is, or whatever. And it was a drive-by shooting. 10 people got shot. I think 2 ended up dead. And now Miami Police Department is charging French Montana with the shootings of everything, even though he wasn't the shooter. They're charging him with it because they're saying he did not have the permits. His record label, none of them had the permits to have a video shoot during that time in Miami. So if they would have had
he's
the right
responsible for the
permits,
chaos.
yes, they saying if he would have had the right permits and they would have known, they would have had police detail out there, and that shooting wouldn't have happened, and people wouldn't have, lost their life, and a lot of people wouldn't have got injured. Because I think they said Rob 49 got shot in the neck, and he's like another artist too that was coming down here, like, just to do the video with French Montana.
Wait, so it was like a random shooting, or was it like premeditated?
They don't know. Listen, news say one thing, the streets say another. The streets say that they were getting robbed.
Hey man,
That everybody out there was getting laid down and robbed.
you just charge that to the game, man. When you fucking do business out in an like an urban kind of area like that, and you hang out with urban individuals, that's just kind of the shit that you run into when they come together in such a
But that's so sad because it's not always like that. And sometimes it be good people out doing good things, and you're trying to bring, money back into the community that you might be from. And it's just so sad that this mentality that
it's a dogma, the crab in the bucket type deal.
it's like that mentality. And so when they see other people doing good and stuff and seeing other people having more than them, they get jealous and envious. And it's really is bad because then this is the results of what happened.
Archie just said, no surprise there, Miami's a shithole. Correction, Miami's beautiful. It's the people of Miami that's the problem.
And guess what? A lot of them are
people, just like I said.
immigrants. They're not even from here. It's a melting pot of a lot of people. I don't care. I'm
You see
going to
what she
say
said?
it.
So she said, she says the reason why Miami sucks so
I don't-
hard is because of the immigrants.
Oh my god.
Filthy freaking
said-
border crossers, you darn.
No, listen,
Yeah,
let's clear
dirty
this up. I don't want no one to
wetbacks.
get. We do not want to get blocked. Okay, we don't want to get blocked. We don't want to
Listen,
get blackballed,
The truth of the matter
blacklisted.
is,
I'm just saying,
Miami
it's so
is
many
like T said.
different. Yeah, it's a melting pot.
It's a clash of cultures, is what it is.
Yes, and
Yeah.
so because of that, and then the heat, people don't believe me, but this global warming thing is real serious. If the weather is bipolar, the people have to be bipolar. Like it just has to
Facts.
happen in Florida. Like you go outside one minute it's raining, the next minute it's sunny. So people are confused
That's
down
not
here.
global warming. That's HARP. That's the
It's
government
global
controlling the weather.
No, it's not. It's because
That's
of
what
all
it
the
is.
pollution.
They
and all of the
they have a giant ship in the middle of the Atlantic, and
Yeah.
they shoot chemicals into the air, and
Yeah.
that's how they got the hurricane that hit
Yeah.
Haiti,
Really?
and Puerto
Yeah.
Rico, and Cuba.
Really?
They
Yeah.
control
Really?
the weather.
Yes.
Really?
They're controlling the weather.
Really?
Finally, someone who thinks the way I do.
Exactly.
Really?
Let's get into it.
Really? So pollution
Oh,
and
you
all
guys
of
are
that
corny.
has nothing
You
to
guys
do
are
with
corny.
it.
No, not at all.
You're so not right.
You show me your evidence, and I'll show you mine, and I'll have more.
We can.
Mind you,
Mine will
Ben's
stack up
evidence
more.
Mine is
is
stacked up
written on his
too.
hand.
Yeah, look at
Mine
it.
is stacked up too.
It's
I guarantee you, this is scientific.
it's one.
Yours is just theories.
this
that
one Instagram
have
page that I follow.
no proof, like Area 51.
Area 51 is also real, but that's the
Here we
they
go.
use that to
Here we
distract
go.
you. You need to know more so about Area 35, bro. That's where they keep the real shit. But you won't learn about that. They don't tell you
Phone
anything
home,
about that.
ET.
Somebody on here trying to come up missing. So let's stay off the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Please.
Conspiracy
I like to
theory
think-
was a term coined by the CIA to make it so that when people talk about things that are real,
Uh-huh.
they make you seem crazy. I'm not crazy.
You know what?
crazy.
You know what? You might be onto something because I do believe in Area 51 only because they do have a reptilian FBI guy that was standing literally
Yeah.
behind Barack Obama. Did
No,
you see it?
I don't think I
Like
did.
he really looked like a lizard and he was gray. And then when they did the
Wow.
thermal video on
he
him,
wasn't showing up on the thermal.
yeah, no, he
So-
wasn't.
It was
So
COVID,
everybody
right?
else, no, everybody else who was warm blooded, you could see if you had heat.
Wow.
He was standing literally by Obama, and when they asked Obama about it, I'm gonna show you guys the video. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna show it, and then we're gonna play it again.
Is that
And-
just like he's cool?
Like he
And
was
so-
he was just like I'm not obligated to
The-
say anything about that.
Yeah. The thing with
Area
Area
51 is under whatever he
the
said.
thing with Area 51 though is that
Aliens are real.
I don't think that they actually have the aliens there, but they definitely have some crazy experimental planes out there. Because you have to
That's
remember,
where they do the
it's an Air Force
cloning.
base.
That's
No,
where
no,
they
see,
do the cloning.
I'm not gonna say that's where they
They're
do that
mixing
because
humans with animals. That's how we got
we're gonna get
reptilian
cat
man.
girls. Let's go.
We already got cat girls.
Where?
That's what y'all call her.
I'm not sure what she's getting at. So
Aliens are real, you guys.
no, aliens are definitely real, dude. They're coming into America every day from the water, from the borders. Aliens are real, and they're destroying this country.
You. Oh. It took me a second.
Ben is
I'm not
possessed,
talking
you guys.
about extraterrestrial beings, and Ben's talking about fucking of the other alien, bro. I just hope that
my
if we get
gosh.
invaded by aliens, that they're nice, because I've seen a lot of alien movies.
They're not gonna
and-
be.
Can you
Wait.
let me be delusional?
I mean, but when was the last time that? Because this happens all throughout history. When somebody went somewhere that they didn't belong, and they saw the natives, and they were like, "Oh, let's be homies." No, come take this rifle to the face,
You're
homeboy.
right. Have you guys seen
dude.
the movie Avatar?
Yeah,
Yes.
the blue people.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the one that just came out.
But I didn't see the
watch
new one yet.
Yeah, I didn't watch.
I gotta
the new one.
watch it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch the new one. I haven't watched it
Oh.
yet because I was in the
Yeah,
hospital.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was long, but trust me, it was really
But the
good.
first one was good though.
I didn't see the first one.
The director's
What?
cut.
So how would you even
Yeah.
watch the second one and know what the hell's going on if you
Dude.
didn't watch the first one?
Literally, my brother came into town, and we always like watch a movie. My siblings and I, when we comes into town, and he's like, "Let's watch Avatar," and I'm like, "Okay." And then literally on our way to the movie theater,
Okay.
he's like, "So you haven't seen this movie?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "No." Why would
Right,
you-"
the
And I'm
same thing. Like you're not
why
gonna
wouldn't
get
I?
it.
I literally have to watch the 5-minute
Avatar-
recap. Just to find out what it
that's
was
all you
about.
need. That's all you
I
need. Yeah, that's all you need.
I was
Okay.
okay. I was
5-minute
lost.
recap.
It's
yeah.
nothing but a bite off of freaking Dances with Wolves. If you watch Avatar 1 and watch Dances with Wolves, it's the same storyline, just with graphics and CGI.
It was a
Huh.
good movie though.
Okay, so
I don't know.
the
I don't-
director's cut of that movie is approximately 9 hours.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
9 hours worth of footage that had to get chopped up to become. What was it, like 3 hours? The movie is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
3
it was
hours?
roughly.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours. By the 2 hour
hours.
mark, which is when the movie usually ends.
Yeah.
You start noticing the time. You're like, oh wow, it's been 2 hours. There's an
Yeah.
hour left of the movie. So
No, yeah, no, dude, that and I think James Cameron himself said that movie needs to make like $2 billion if he's gonna make the third one,
yeah.
because he's trying to do like a series of movies, and if it doesn't reach $2 billion, he's not gonna make the next movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I told my brother this, and I told him, I like, look, I don't like the pressure of us having to watch a movie just so it could break even or
Yeah.
even get a little profit. I don't want that kind of pressure. I don't want to be forced to watch something just because of that. You know, like if I didn't know that information, I would have been just more than happy to be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll watch the movie.
I mean,
you know?
look, because like I don't think it's a good practice to be like, hey, look, we're not gonna make the next movie if you guys don't come and give us enough money to do it.
Right.
Because what's happening is streaming is destroying cinema, you know. And what they're doing to compensate for that, they're charging the consumers that actually go out to these movie theaters more for the tickets. I'm like, bro, fuck that. I could just pirate it, dude. Just wait till it drops on fucking HBO Max or fucking Disney Plus, bro.
Right.
You know,
just
like
gonna put it on Peacock Plus, Paramount
Exactly,
Plus,
like-
and I
like,
already
why-
got that.
why would
so
I
might
pay
as well
that?
stay home.
And you know what sucks on top of that? Some of these movies, they're even behind more paywalls. If you want to watch it on the app, you have to pay more money to watch it on the app.
it's
You know,
like Puss in
Mhm.
Boots on like the Google Play Store. You can buy it for like $24.99. I saw this the other day.
$24.
$99.
Oh,
When it's like 2 tickets in the movie theaters, it's
Literally.
like that price.
literally. But then
More or
again,
less.
I see it like this. If you're gonna buy it on the streaming, you're probably gonna watch it with more than one person. So that's gonna be like right. But so as of
And you get to watch it more than once.
yeah,
Right.
and as of right
That's the whole
now,
thing.
Avatar 2: The Way of Water has made approximately $600 million worldwide.
That's
And it
amazing.
needs 2
It
billion.
needs $2 billion for him to make the
Mm.
third one. So we'll see how that goes. It's getting a lot of praise. It might get like
I mean, I still gotta go watch it with me and
Yeah.
my kids, so they'll get
Yeah.
a little bit more money.
towards
It was
yeah.
really good. I'm not gonna
Because
lie
we
you guys,
want to
was
see
good.
it, and I like Avatar.
Yeah,
Like,
Alright.
yeah, you know,
And
I
they're
was
also-
actually one of them for Halloween.
you're a
When the first
Na'vi.
one, when the first one came out, yeah,
Did you have your hair braided and all that?
yeah,
And you're just like
and was blue, completely blue, painted blue, just painted.
everything.
Yes.
Everything was blue.
Blue.
Everything.
Every.
Oh. Um.
Oh my god. Anyways,
Okay.
All right. So what's the
lost the
next thing?
headphones.
Ti with Ti and his son. Apparently, Ti is a bad dad. Everything's wrong in the world of TIP.
Don't say he's a bad
Hey,
dad. I feel like,
Yeah, go for
yes,
it, Logic.
go ahead. But then I'm gonna
the
defend my
situation
Libra.
that's go-
he's a
the-
Libra.
The situation that's going on with T.I.'s son King is that this is an individual, and honestly is very lucky to be alive at this point from his most recent incident where apparently one of his artists got shot at, and pretty much he wanted to retaliate and make threats on social media. Number one, that's incriminating yourself. Two, you got to learn to pick your battles. And now he's at a feud with the Island Boys, believe it or not, the Island Boys, because they wanted to speak on his mother and his father. The truth of the matter is, man, this is a young kid. He is not from the streets, and he comes from a good home, but he's choosing to live a lifestyle that's not meant for him.
Mhm.
And the reason why there's so much backlash on that is when you have a father who wants to talk about, blacks thriving and doing what's right. Well, start at home. You can't fix anywhere else till you fix home. Your son is literally playing with his life. And it's not to speak on it to be in a disrespectful sense, but at the end of the day, bro, no matter how much money you got, that ain't gonna stop somebody from putting a bullet in you. And unfortunately, we recently learned that with Takeoff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's something that you want to basically really understand. He's a kid. And for him to be going around, number one, you're incriminating yourself. Now you're talking about gunplay. And it's like, yo, T.I., you've been in the game for
So-
how many years? You seen
Okay.
how many rappers lost their lives to the dumbness going on?
Okay.
But yet, instead of disowning and, going against your son's conduct, you want to basically make excuses. And that's something that we do. I don't understand why people have to portray such a hard school life of being street mode and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't get it. His son is literally playing with his life, in my opinion.
I agree with you on some points, right? And then I have to share light on other points, right? So the points that I agree with you on is that his son is making the bad decisions, right? Because we have to remember that T.I., this is T.I.'s third son, right? This is his third child. Well, his third boy. His third boy, right? This is King we're talking about because he got Damani and he got Messiah. You understand? And those two are totally different. Those boys are out here. One does music. I think Messiah does the little country music and stuff like that now. Yeah, he went country on them. Okay. You understand? He went totally different. And Damani, he's a whole producer. He got a production studio that he's coming out trying to do movies. He's acting. He's doing stuff like that, right? And then you got Major, which is his youngest son, that's doing positive stuff as well already at a young age, right? So it's just King is choosing. And me being a mom, I can say this from experience, right? I have 4 kids. All my kids act totally different, right? My oldest right now is the one that's kind of like rebellion, right? The other 3 won't even do half of the stuff that my oldest will do. Like he will literally walk on the tightrope, like thin ice. Like I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna push it till I push her all the way. The rest of them would be like, I'm gonna stand way back here and watch what happened to you, and be like, no, I'm not doing that.
They be learning from
you understand
exactly.
So when I say like, I don't think that it's T.I. like not telling him the right way or trying to tell him the right way, because when I watched the shows and stuff with their little family shows and stuff, they were always trying to tell them and raise their children the right way. You could see that even when they would do bad stuff, like even on what was it, T.I. and Tiny Family Affairs or whatever the show was called, King was always the wild one then. I'm just being honest on the show. I was like, this kid is horrible. Like, seriously, I don't mean talk about nobody kid like that, but I was like even their grandma and their aunt used to be like, King is bad. Like, he just don't stop.
But also you have to look at, the reason why I say that about T.I. is look at the situation with Charleston White. Why did you respond that way, but you're not responding this way with this? You understand what I'm saying? And it really has nothing to do about being a grown man. You just, if you're going to be committed on something, stick to it. And that's the same thing. And even Bun B spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? And again, the saying goes as hand. Don't get mad at a clown. Get mad at those who pay for the show. Because T.I. wanted to put a statement out where he was like, oh, I feel like I'm left out. I'm not being supportive. Well, we don't forget about who you were. We don't forget about the swindles and bullshit you were in. You know what I'm saying? And like Bun B said is, he's on hit. Bun B said it best. Stop giving these people attention. Because at the same time, that negative energy, let them keep that. Now, I don't have sympathy in this situation because man to man, it's like, yo, you had every opportunity to correct something. And the only time you seem to want to correct something was in your benefit or gave you exposure. And that's something that a lot of other artists have felt towards T.I. It's like the same thing when Nip died. You wanted to go on a rant talking about you like Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
How, man? You didn't build a school. You didn't do no foundation. You didn't go into, you get what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, now your son King, unfortunately, God forbid something happens to this boy. He's a kid. And you want to speak on other people. This is T.I. we're talking about, who wants to be expeditiously speaking on other people's families and how they deal with their kids. And it's a hypocritical type situation. Because look how you have your shit run. You get what I'm saying? Right. You the same cool, same cat.
Well, we know he make bad. We do know he do make some bad decisions. Like, for example, when he said, you know, that his cousin told him to go ahead and snitch on him when he was dying. Like, you know, that's something you should have took to your grave. Your cousin took it to his grave. You should have took it to your grave too. Like, I would have never told nobody. I would have never been a rapper if my cousin didn't say, hey, you know, I ain't got shot. I'm dying.
I feel
Put it
you.
on me.
Look,
But-
what's gonna happen?
but at
What's
the
gonna
same
happen is if he continues along this path, he's gonna fucking be face down in the ditch, and there are gonna be people with. He's gonna have his face on a shirt. All right, and that's what's gonna happen.
That's
I know.
the reality.
I know it's harsh, yeah,
That's
but
the reality.
you know,
That's the honest reality, bro.
and if that's what he
Like
wants
they
for
say,
himself,
you live by the sword, you die by the
Yeah,
sword.
exactly.
You know, so it's sad.
But
Hopefully, our
let me-
our community does
I
better.
just want to
But
make it very clear when we talk about these things. Understand, I don't live that life anymore. But
this
at the
nigga.
same time, it's like you have to understand, dog. Nobody's untouchable. Nobody.
Bullet don't got a
the
name.
the way these streets work out here, I could be out here talking reckless. They're not coming for me. They're gonna come for the people I love. There's always somebody worse than you. There's always somebody who's willing to go way deeper than you are. Watch how you move. And we've seen
Right.
enough examples already of too many brothers and sisters losing their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like if we go back to the whole thing with Gucci Man's artist, look what happened with Gangsta Boo.
Right.
Another drug overdose situation.
Yeah.
Yo, there's a lot of problems in our community, and unfortunately, we don't bring enough light on
But
it.
she
because,
didn't want
again,
help though, because you know I watched the show Marriage Boot Camp, right? And her
Mhm.
guy Emmett was on there. So it was going around like, you know, that she overdosed 6 months after being on Marriage Boot Camp because she got kicked off of there because they found cocaine baggies in her room.
Damn.
And she was trying to blame it on her husband. And I felt so bad for the man because like he literally like he didn't want to throw his wife under the bus. He literally was just looking at like
Right.
Dr. E like damn, like what do I say? Like I
This-
mean, and then you know they called her out. They was like, no, it was by your purse. When we went in there and checked the room, the stuff was by your purse.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it had to be
Hold on.
Emmett. It had to
Hold
be
on, real
Emmett.
quick.
No
I
way.
gotta check one of the comments. Why y'all talking about celebs? I don't give a fuck about T-Pain, Nipsey Hussle. I don't know these people. Talk about something real like welfare. Allow me to correct you, Mr. Horny God. This is my culture, homie.
Right.
And being that it's my culture, I will speak on my culture because it affects us. Maybe not you, but it affects us. And that's why we speak on it. No one's forcing you to. But
and some of us actually
also,
do
I'm
know
gonna
some of
say
these
true.
artists because we're in Miami and we brush shoulders with them every day. Like, you know, we be in the restaurants, we see them, we go to their restaurants. I be at shows, I be at events, and I see these actual people that we're talking about every day.
I mean, I'm gonna
Okay.
go from the other side of the aisle. I recognize the effect that these artists have on the community. I really do. I know that people really have been able to lift themselves up by listening to their music and also paying attention to the kind of things they do for the community. And I know that it does do a lot of good. I don't know if it does more good than harm or, you know, vice versa. But I don't care about these artists, man. I don't worship idols, bro. I try not to pay attention to what celebrities are doing.
Kanye West.
you got you there.
He's not an idol.
Does
He's an icon. He's an idea.
Excuse you?
He's an
Mhm.
idea.
Okay. Sounds like you're a fan. That's what it sounds like.
I'm just
Sounds like
busting your
you're a
balls,
fan.
I am a scholar, and
Sounds like you're a fan.
I am a scholar, and Kanye West is, you know,
Sounds
he is knowledge.
like you're a fan.
I want you to tell me one bad Kanye song.
One bad Kanye
Just
song?
one.
Boopity boppity boop.
That song was great. That song was actual fire. If you understand,
it's a lot of them.
the context of that song?
Seem like I'm bad, but on Sunday Service or whatever that album
you mean the Jesus is King album?
is it called Sunday Service or something? I don't know what
Or
it's
like
called.
the album cover was like blue?
I don't
with
know,
the
but
blue
he
record?
used like the whole choir and everything, and then tried to use the whole gospel songs and all that. I was like, he should have just left it with the gospel thing. Like, seriously, come on, man.
Bro, you know what?
Come on,
I
man.
can't for
It's
you.
other songs that I could say that is kind of bad. Like
Like
I mean,
what?
he don't get me wrong, he's talented and he's a very creative producer. You know what I'm saying? But every hit is not everything he writes is not a hit, sir.
I don't know what to tell you, but it literally is.
No,
like,
it's not.
literally.
I'm a Lil Wayne
all he
fanatic.
makes is
Like
good music.
I'm a Lil Wayne
Oh,
fanatic. I think that is like the best rapper
Lil
alive
Wayne
ever in this world.
using fucking.
But every song that Lil Wayne has done is not good.
Then that sucks for you.
No, it don't suck for me. I'm just
Kanye
being
West
honest.
makes
You don't
only
like
good
to be
music.
You don't like to be honest with yourself.
But I am.
But I bet you're not,
Hold on.
because if you're
Sorry to
saying
cut
that,
you
it's not.
guys off. I just want to show appreciation to Richard Steele. Mr. Horny, please have a little respect. Just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean it's not a valid topic for discussion.
Wow.
I just want to say thank you for that.
Richard
I appreciate you guys so
Steele
much
coming
because
in.
we can have the constructive criticism and discussions in the comment section. This is America.
This is how we
people.
learn about
Free
each other's
space.
No,
culture.
yeah. The thing is
You
that
can-
whenever an opinion goes against mine, it's just automatically wrong. Like what T is clearly doing. It's wrong. But
I mean, if you
she's
think
a-
so, you're entitled to your
she's
opinion,
a
but I could
woman,
just shut it down at any
and-
given moment,
Oh my
So that's what we're doing.
God.
We're
Yeah,
shutting it down. You're Kanye, I'm Kim right now. You ain't got shut down. You're getting revoked.
Yeah, no,
Black
but-
card revoked.
And I'm Mad Money, and I can pretty much say that if I talk shit about Kanye or I
Yeah.
talk shit about
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne,
That's my
or
favorite.
if you guys talk shit about Bunny, we're
Yeah.
all gonna be triggered. We're all
But
gonna feel some
here's
type of way
the
because
thing.
those are
Well,
our.
Bad Bunny did. I sent it to you.
Here's the thing.
He was mean to his.
He was. We actually talked about it in the last podcast.
Yeah.
He was being
that.
mean.
I sent you that.
He-
He was horrible. Why would he do that?
No,
Okay,
that
wait.
was the only time that I ever truly had respect for Bad Bunny when I heard that he fucking chucked some nigga's phone.
Yeah,
Great.
it was a, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Let me
It
tell you,
wasn't a guy. It
it
was
was
a
Nigga, a
lady.
chick. The fact that it was a woman
But
is
he
even
was
fucking
literally
better.
walking with her.
But let me tell you. No, okay, wait. Let me tell you
It's
what
even
happened.
He was
better.
literally walking with her,
The
giving her
videos-
attention at first, and then when she bring out like her phone and start getting a little bit closer, that's when he want to yank it. And
Yeah,
throw it.
bro.
Like,
Because
that's
you
rude.
gotta remember he's human, bro.
If
Get
you
on
don't
my
want
face.
pictures, just say you don't want pictures. Don't
Bro.
start off acting like you want pictures and then take my phone and,
It's like-
damage my phone, because
it's
now
like-
your rich behind is gonna buy me another phone.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm
and
taking you to
he-
court for
and
my
he
phone.
he could do it because it's just like, bro. And he walks away, you never see him again, bro.
Let me just
Nah.
recap.
And you'll
real
still
quick.
go back to listening to his music,
let
dog.
me just recap
saying,
real
you know?
quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, because he was in, I believe at the time in the video that was shot, he was in DR
Mhm.
and he was with like his posse, his friends, but he was in public, so people were coming up, and this
Mhm.
one specific girl got her phone out. Like
Right.
she didn't even say hi to him. She just kind of like snuck up behind him, got in front of him, and started pulling her phone out and like started taking pictures or recording. And he went on like a Spanish podcast, and he was saying that like that people nowadays he feels like it's some sort of disrespect. Like he's a human, he wants to talk to his fans. Like how about a hello, how are you? Like he wants to have a conversation with them, not them bombarding him and pulling his phone out. And it's like, and he's not the first artist too, because I saw a TikTok of Billie Eilish where there's a fence of her fans and she greeting every single one, and one fan has covering her entire face with her phone and like taking pictures and recording her, and Billie Eilish is like hello, putting her phone down just to say hi to her. As a fan, I can only imagine, oh my god, I'm this close to Billie Eilish's face. I am
People,
falling in
let's
love right
not
now.
forget that these celebrities are
Yeah.
also people. Even though they are
people.
garbage people, they are still people,
Hold
and they
on,
should
not
be
all of them are
respected.
garbage. I like listen.
Ugh.
When Monica come, Monica is like my favorite R&B singer.
Just
okay?
because you like an artist doesn't mean that
I
they're
don't
not
care. When
garbage.
Monica come, I record everything. I sing until I am hoarse. I get backstage passes, like everything. Like, yes, I don't care. I'm invading all of her space.
No, yeah, go for it.
I love her.
yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
don't
like,
care.
I want you. I think it's a really good thing if you're able to fulfill that dream. You know, honestly, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, long story short,
I
Still
just did 2 Chainz like that too.
Yeah?
When he was just down here and we was in it was Hollywood, the Hard Rock.
2
He was
Chainz is
at
a filthy
Dyer.
crack whore too.
oh. Sorry, that was a
Titty
very
boy.
nice
Let's
description.
move on to the next.
It's
before we
it's
end
him
up,
for me.
losing
It's really
train of
him for
thought.
me.
I'm not doing anything. I didn't do nothing. I didn't.
Okay. Let's go.
Are we
to the-
Can we
doing
get a
the-
zoom in on his shirt that says nudes?
Oh yeah, zoom in real quick. I don't think you
Please.
can see it because it's like a little
Yeah,
bit,
like
yeah, but-
so. Just come.
Nudes?
Just put a get in closer.
Let me just come in closer for you guys.
I'll let you guys see how Ben goes out into the streets.
This is the
Can
kind
y'all-
of shirt where you really have to come up close to him
Can y'all see it?
and
Look.
act and see his like his tetas. It says nudes.
Yeah, she was tugging on my shirt. I blame her.
Oh my
She was-
gosh!
She's the one that aroused my nipples, and I'm
By
gonna,
tugging on your
I'm
shirt?
gonna tell my mom. I have very sensitive tits.
Don't do that.
Oh my god,
I'm
Very
not trying to
sensitive
R.
titties.
Kelly you.
bro.
Well,
Ben's
Oh
a
my
little
God.
distraught.
Speaking of that, did any of you guys watch the Surviving R. Kelly on Lifetime?
No, I
Because
don't.
now they put out more evidence, right?
That
Like they've
Oh, I'm not
shown
surprised.
now they have released like all of his court documents, and come to find out it's not only females, he was doing boys too.
bro, here's the thing. Here's the
Oh.
thing. I am not surprised.
And a lot of these parents are getting excused, or like they're getting away with it, which I feel
Yeah.
like they should get charged too.
It's child
because-
endangerment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're getting off because of the NDAs that he had
Yep.
them sign.
Exactly.
And basically, like the one that he had for Aaliyah was like really crazy, because it was
Wow.
like she didn't own none of her pictures. She couldn't say anything. Like she couldn't do anything. Like if any of her people said anything, like that was her contract. Like everything was going to be at 12 years old.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. And so then he got
Wow.
her pregnant at 15.
That is crazy.
And that's when the family decided, like, okay, we're not going to put up with this. And they tried to get their marriage annulled. And that's when the world started finding out about R. Kelly and Aaliyah and the
No,
stuff
dude,
like
the
that.
thing is, I'm not surprised when anything like that comes out about celebrities, because I know that they're all on that timing, bro. They are all on that timing. If you think, okay, I wouldn't say all. Let me say the ones that are like worldwide, are recognized worldwide, they are definitely on that timing. Even the ones that you think that are not, they definitely are. They just hide it well. The ones that get caught are the ones that they fucked up somewhere
I feel like
along
I
the
could
pipeline.
agree with you, because like even now going back, like it's so many people in this industry that needs to be caught up with R. Kelly, because it was so many enablers. Like he was not just getting the girls himself. They would have backstage full of nothing but underage girls. Like they didn't even have women.
Bro, kids
and
are
it
an
was his
untapped market.
camp-
Yeah.
His camp that would go and get the girls.
No, dude, kids are an
Ew.
untapped market. Like kids are more willing than fucking any fucking age demographic, dude. They don't understand how the world works, bro.
I
It just
said, ew,
is what it
But
is.
they
Pedophilia.
said like even
Yeah.
other artists in
Oh,
like
try
the
not to say that word.
industry would notice,
Oops.
you know,
Yeah.
I
him
didn't
there
know.
with younger
okay.
girls, and they wouldn't say anything either. Like they
What?
would just distance themselves, or like go to like their side of their dressing rooms
Yeah.
or whatever, and be like, oh, R. Kelly over there with them young girls again, but not really say anything
bro,
or
look,
speak up on
If
it.
you don't say nothing and you have the ability to do something about it, you're just as bad, bro. If not
Yeah.
worse. Yeah, it is what it is. It do be what
It's
it do
so
be.
sad.
All right. So we're gonna get this next story from Reddit.
Yes.
I'm sure you guys have seen plenty of these videos on TikTok or Instagram, or read them on Reddit yourself. It's under the acronym of AITA, MIB, asshole. All right, so you want to start it off for us, Nate? Let's show us your fucking third grade reading level.
All right, you guys. Okay, so this one's a doozy. So, am I the asshole for refusing to attend my brother's wedding and recommending him to get a paternity test?
Spicy already.
All right. So, my 22 female older brother, 26 male, was dating his fiance for a total span of about 3 years before proposing. 2 years into dating, she cheated on my brother with another man. She told my brother about it. He was obviously broken because he thought she was it for him, and they ended up breaking up. A year went by, and my brother was a mess. He was depressed, lost a ton of weight, and my family and I barely saw him that year. He just wasn't the same. After a year passed, my brother progressively got back to his old self. My family and I were very proud of him and supportive of him. So last week, he contacted our whole family and asked if we can plan a family dinner, as he had an announcement. We arranged that dinner this past Sunday. We all gathered at my parents' place. He walked in accompanied by his ex-girlfriend, the one who cheated on him. Safe to say, we were all confused, but my mom allowed her to stay for dinner. He revealed to us that they had gotten back together a few months ago, and as a few weeks ago, were engaged, and that she's also pregnant. The table was so silent.
That's
You
some
could
good
hear
kunai.
a pin drop. I know. She explained to myself and my family that she had made a mistake that she deeply regretted and realized that my brother is the love of her life. I asked her if she thinks it's a little too late for that after she cheated on my big brother and humiliated him to all his friends and family like that. My brother told me to calm down, and his fiance told me that it's their business and it's time for us to get over it and move on.
Damn.
I am very aware that my brother is a grown adult who makes his own decisions and isn't influenced by anyone. I also am aware that his relationship is his business, but he told me, my family and I, that his fiance cheated on him. So obviously we're going to have our own opinions about the situation and about her. He can't expect us not to. He told us that he would love if we would support them and attend their wedding in a few months, as they want to do it before the baby comes. I told my brother congratulations,
What?
but I will not be attending the wedding.
Oh,
And I
this
think-
boy stupid.
And I think he should get a paternity test for the baby. His fiance got extremely offended and started going off on me, saying that I'm slut shaming her and that she doesn't deserve this treatment. I told her if the shoe fits.
You call a
She-
spade a spade. If she's being a fucking you slut shaming, huh?
Bro.
Really? You're defending slut shaming? You don't want to be made fun of because you rode the carousel because you fucking put
Hold
your
on,
dick in a
so-
bunch of
Wait, I'm not done. I'm not done.
strange.
She
Slut
wait,
shaming, huh?
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
Finish off.
She stormed out of my
Uh-huh.
apartment and my brother followed her after. He has now been messaging me saying that I need to apologize to his fiance and accept her into the family by attending the wedding. She's been sending me nasty texts telling me off. My father and grandparents both agree with me that my brother should get a paternity test. My mom has also favored my brother and feels that we need to forgive his fiance and move on. Am I the asshole for not attending my brother's and telling him to get a paternity test? Info, P.S. My brother's fiance is a couple months pregnant. They claimed they got back together a few months ago. That's why I suggested testing my brother.
So here's the thing. It's right. Let me just say my thing. It's all
Yeah,
too
go ahead.
convenient that they got together and are getting married and she's pregnant. All too convenient, right? She got cheated on. So the paternity test is already a good idea.
Mhm.
And I don't want to sound like that kind of guy. I really do not.
Like a misogynist.
Like a misogynist, like a chauvinistic. Yeah. Hey, the thing with chauvinism is that chauvinism is when one gender thinks that they're superior over another. So women can be chauvinists too. It's not only a man exclusive thing. Let's
Mhm. That's why I put misogynistic in front of
misogynistic chauvinist. Okay.
it. Mhm.
But don't you think it's strange how the women in this story want to forgive the wrongdoings and the men want to take the logical approach to it? Because
Yeah.
I'm not talking my shit. I'm just saying, don't you think it's
no,
strange?
it is a little strange.
You know? And on top
Well-
of that, like, bro, whatever I would like to say that guy is not the asshole, the guy or girl, whoever it is.
No, yeah.
It's not
logical.
logical
And
because
if you think about it, like from the time of intercourse
Yeah.
to when the woman finds out that she's pregnant,
Awfully
it could-
convenient.
it could be 6 to even 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Some women don't know until that time, and then until that point, until maybe like a month or two after, because this is a few months, they don't really specify. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, the few months and a few months is the same exact time. It is kind of coincidental. It doesn't add up. I don't think. I have a hunch. It's not his.
I'll be honest with you guys. I think that's like the last of my worries, man. You have to listen to what was said. When this man broke up with this woman, he literally became ill.
Mhm.
Okay, this is more, and I dealt with this situation in real life with family members. Well, a family member, where it's like, yo, you went through a very bad breakup. Apparently, you literally had to rebuild yourself from scratch, and it took you time. So I understand the caution that comes along with it. Because at the end of the day, man, you don't know the truth. You only know what your brother's telling you.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So you have to go based off on that information. Now, the same one who made you literally shut down is the one that you want to marry. And on top of that, she is pregnant. And they're telling you to get a paternity test. I personally, and I don't care how many people get offended by this, I think paternity should be taken by law. By law, it should be mandatory, whether you're married, whether you're single, whether you have. Why? Because it is damaging. And when I say damaging, this is something that affects your life on a scale that is literally permanent. And before he signs that document, he has the right to know. It's not to basically exploitate the woman. It's not to basically put her down or slut shaming. It's called accountability.
Mhm.
You're playing with people's lives here.
Yeah.
And when you're playing with people's lives, trust me, if I get a chick pregnant, I'm going to basically get a paternity test. Listen, it's just the way it is. It has to be like that because how many times have we seen things get thrown in court and shit get left upside down where the man finds out he's not the father?
Right.
You can't give a man back that time. You can't reverse that damage. Now, the family's worry about it is his mental health. a lot of us have gone through breakups. That's the main thing to me. I'm looking at it like this is a person who clearly shut down, and he got with the same person that broke him. You get what I'm saying? So you got to look at it in that sense. It's like, okay, she's gonna have the kid, conceive date, whatever. Get the paternity check, because guess what? He's not only representing him, he's representing his family as well. Your family has your back. And because your family has your back, you have to make the decisions as a man to do what's right to protect them as well. And one of those things to do that is to get a paternity test.
And you know what?
Because it's not only playing with his emotion, it's playing with his family's emotion.
You know what I have to say about paternity tests? I think so. There's a lot of negativity around mandatory paternity tests after pregnancy. And my thing with that is, I get it, right? From the woman's perspective, that if your partner is asking for a paternity test, that means that they don't trust you, right? It can come off as, hey, look, I don't trust you. I just want to make sure this kid is mine, right? And I understand that. Yep. Now, this is what I have to say to that. I'm not a woman. I can't speak for a woman, so I wouldn't know how to describe the emotions to come about from something like that. But but then you have to think. I'm only speaking for a man. Think about it from a man's perspective, right? If you love this man and you want to give him the peace of mind that every man wants, and that's to know that that kid is theirs, right? If you know that you've been loyal,
you're gonna want to take the test
then,
anyway.
Yeah, then take
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it shouldn't offend you that he wants a test. If you know that you weren't up to shit, then
that's when you're gonna feel like the girl in the thing, because that's what I was gonna say. I was just waiting on y'all to go around. But I was gonna come from everybody's perspective. So from the mother's perspective of the guy who got cheated on, she probably don't want to see her son hurt and go through a depression and stuff again, because she already knows that her son is a lover boy. He loves hard. And obviously she knows that about her son. So that's probably why she's in support of her son, seeing everybody else. Don't worry about giving him a paternity test. We're going to be there and support him, because that's what family do. We should stick it out no matter what we think, right? Mm-hmm. But then I also feel the brother, because the brother is looking out for his brother's best interest. Like, hold on, let's think about this. If she already done cheated, she was gone for a certain amount of time. Now all of a sudden she pops up. She's a couple months pregnant, and it's around the couple months that y'all are just getting back in. So it's a little iffy, just to protect yourself and your heart, and us, get your paternity test. Mm-hmm. And then you have the lady who's half on the fence, the one who cheated, she ain't got no clean track record. You know what I'm saying? So she's defending herself by saying, oh, you're slut shaming me, because obviously she's in denial. Yeah. She don't really know, because if she solidly knew, like how you said, then she's gonna be ready.
Yeah, like, yo, let me show you. Okay, you gonna be looking goofy today, boy. Let me show you.
She would have been doing a Mari. Yeah, you know how the girls on Mari be like, I know he the baby. Look at his toes, Mari. Yeah, bro. Look at his. But I
have a question for Jason about this. So like, okay, put yourself in like his position. You went through exactly what you went through, and like based on your life experience, because I know typically in this situation the couple would want to get married because that's like, I guess, the right thing to do, which I understand. Mm-hmm. So in your case, like if this happened to you, do you think it would be best to like just not get married, be like, hey, listen, okay, I believe you telling me that it is mine, I do care about you, but I don't want to get married, because if they do get married and it turns out the kid's biologically not his, he's probably still legally responsible for the child.
Yep. He's legally binded.
Yeah, so that could put in a lot of strain on it. So would like a safe bet be like, you know what, let's not get married. Let's not be traditional about this. I don't know. What's your take?
Well, if I may, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be completely brutally honest. If I was in that situation, I would honestly want to still get married, in the sense of, if it's my child, I want to give my child the best opportunity in life, and that's having both parents together in a union. Mm-hmm. However, I would honestly have to wait after the birth of that child, because that result can literally change the reality of your life. So I wouldn't stop myself from marrying that person. Okay. But I would postpone it till that child is born as a traditional man, because if I was man enough to go up in her, I gotta be man enough to be able, to take what's coming out.
Mhm.
And also as a man, build a union and to hold down the fort because like myself, come from a broken home. You know what I'm saying? And it's statistically proven it's not about you anymore. It's not about me. It's about the survival of that child. And the best key to the survival of that child is to get married and to build a strong foundation for that child.
Right.
So
I do
still
want
get a
to.
paternity check. I would just postpone the marriage.
Right. Okay.
I do want to say this, right? Because all of us in here are, let's just say, I think 25 and up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Just
all 25 and up. Let's
Before
just
you
say that.
say that, don't forget to shame your local slut. All right, Sir Daniel, keeping it real.
We're gonna bypass that statement.
Yeah.
So everybody, I think, is like 25 and up, right? So me, I just want to come from a different perspective because I can say this: there are a lot of great stepfathers out here in this world. Some of these men,
Amen.
right, are not good dads. I'm just saying that. You know what I'm saying? And let's just say, for example, this guy, he really loves this lady. You know what I'm saying? He might not really care because there's some men out there who they don't really care if biologically that's their child. They're going to still love that child, take care of
Right.
that child, raise that child like it's
It
their
takes a real
own.
man to do that.
Thank you.
It takes
You
a real
understand?
man to
It
do that.
does,
Real talk. Takes a
So
real
maybe
man.
that's in this situation, maybe that's where this guy is at. Like he just loves her. He feels that that's his soulmate because there's some people out here who's like that. Like they really feel like that about a certain someone, right? And they forgive the person for their mistakes. And then they end up growing and, having a happy relationship. I'm not trying to put
I'm gonna say
business out there,
something
but I got an
that
aunt and
probably-
uncle like that. Like seriously.
My thing with that is that it's not rare. I mean,
It's not rare
I
because
mean,
there's a lot of stepdaddies raising
what-
other people's
what I
kids
meant to
right
say
now
is
that's
that-
amazing. And these
No,
kids don't know that they're
so-
not the dad until they get
Hold on,
older.
hold on.
Good stepfathers
The comment
is not
section
rare.
roasting into Ben.
Hold on.
Ben, they're mad at you.
What I
Mhm.
do? I didn't do
Because
nothing.
he said slut shaming.
They
Something
said not cool, Ben.
right with the
You
slut.
don't
Right.
shame nobody, boy.
Right.
Call a spade is a spade. A hoe is a hoe. A slut is a slut.
And a dog
Remind-
is a
A
dog.
dog is a dog.
Remind
You
guys,
right.
Everything
Oh.
that Ben says is a joke. I never take Ben serious.
Satire.
What I didn't do
But
nothing.
Ben, can
But
I
yeah.
say this though? And I
No,
think-
before
I'm gonna
you go,
for
I just
this.
want to say this really quickly. In regards
Go
to what T said.
Mhm.
I do not think that a good stepfather is rare. I think there are plenty of good stepfathers out there. What I
There
do
are.
think is rare is taking someone back after they did you dirty in such a way like this story, to where you take them back and it turns out all right.
Right.
I think that instance is rare.
It's not rare because believe it or not, Ben, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I know
Cheating
people-
happens every single day.
And
No,
I know
I-
people who
Everybody
forgive them.
experienced cheating.
I mean, look,
no. We're gonna be grown here.
No, yeah,
we're gonna be absolutely grown
cheating
here.
happens.
Okay, and
but-
if we're gonna be absolutely grown here
Yeah.
in every relationship, 9
Yeah.
times out of 10, someone cheated.
Hey, you're
Okay, and 9 times out of 10, most people take that person back and try it again. And try it again, because you gotta outweigh
So,
your
look,
stuff.
but
You're
this
gonna
is-
have either a cheater, a liar. It's always gonna be someone with some kind of flaw.
This is what you're saying,
It's
though.
just what are you gonna
this-
accept?
This is what I'm understanding from what you're saying.
Go ahead.
That the people they cheat and they take them back. Now, what I'm saying is, yeah, you can take them back, but that doesn't always mean it's going to remain healthy or it's going to get better. Because
it doesn't always,
more
right?
time,
But
yeah,
sometimes it does.
That's what I'm saying is rare, though. That's what I'm saying is rare. I'm not saying that it's
them
rare for them to
taking
take
it
them back.
and then it turns out to be.
And then it turns out exactly. I'm saying the happy ending is what's rare, because you could take the person back and then they cheat on you again, right? You could take the person back and they're still abusive, or they change for a bit and then they go back to their old ways, and then it just
Well,
it's just a vicious
sometimes
cycle.
sometimes that when that happens, right? That means that it's not both of y'all working on it. Cause like, let me give you an example of what I mean by that, right? Like, let's say I cheat, right? And I'm doing everything in my power to show you, like, oh my God, it was a mistake. I messed up.
Yeah.
I really want, but you just can't get over the fact I cheated. It's like, okay, I want to give you a chance. It's like this.
No,
This is
yeah,
what- you know what I'm saying?
T, I'm not
But it's
disagreeing
like-
with you, but I want you to.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, right,
Like, it's rare, but to me, It's kind of not.
I have a
I mean, like,
question.
but the thing you have to speak in because we have to try it and generalize it because you're saying that you don't believe that it's rare, but in all actuality, it is. I mean, what's not rare, and you're not wrong. What's not rare is that the fucked up shit will happen and they take the person back. You're not wrong about that. But what I'm saying is more likely than often,
How
if
genuine is the relationship afterwards?
exactly if the relationship got fucked up for a reason the first time, you're only putting a timer on it for when it's going to get fucked up again.
The younger generation now is probably the ones who's like, F that. He cheated. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to go back. I ain't going to whatever.
Yeah.
But like past,
Oh yeah.
most people stayed.
No, and look,
and worked it out.
The thing
figured
is,
it out.
and the thing with that
That's
is,
all I'm saying.
more
so
op-
I'm just saying.
No, yeah,
you
no,
know,
you're not wrong.
Back
Like back
then,
in
it probably
back in the day with our grandparents, when you know
grandparents, moms,
they had to make it work,
dads.
right? Like the way that I see that working out is like they really had to make it work. Like, yo, you know I fucked up, but we got a family to raise and all that shit. You know, whatever you're feeling towards me, let's just let's talk it out because we know we got to come together and do this thing
Right.
if we're gonna raise a family.
Have you guys seen that clip of it's about a girl, she yells at her mother because her father cheated on her mom. And she's like, how could you take him back? When he did you like that, he broke your heart. And her powerful response was, I took him back for all the things he did right, not the one thing he did wrong.
Right.
And that's what people have to understand in a relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
It's emotion.
That's the grown up.
When you're not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, for someone going through that, I don't have that emotion with that person. So it's very easy for me to say, cut them off. You know, fuck that. I'm not dealing with that. But when you love somebody, when you're passionate about them, and they're literally your Folgers in the cup, your reason for being,
like the guy in the text,
and you will fight till you fight.
Like the guy in the text.
I just think
like the guy in the text.
I just think that
but you don't want to go through life asking what if, because let me tell you something, Doug, we're human. Everyone makes mistakes. That's why that whole saying, you never leave your 80 for the 20.
Yeah.
Because the 20 is very convincing. The 20 is the bad chick with the fat ass and the big titties.
Why would I leave my down for a penny?
At the moment, but the 80% is what made you whole. Right. So I get what you're saying, Ben, in the sense of, yo, yeah, you'll get back with the person, but how genuine is the relationship going to be? But these are the things that is basically tested. You know what I'm saying? And going back to the comments, Mr. Horny God says, doesn't the Bible teach us to forgive? One of the most powerful things I ever heard come out of a church member's mouth is, when you ask for love, God will send you somebody who's troubled. And it's the testimony and the tribulations that you go through in that relationship that literally either dictate or make you who you are. Right. Nobody in this world is perfect. Now, to Buddy that's going into the Reddit, I get where he's coming from. Right. We've all been there. Right. I know I have. I'm not going to go into detail, but we all have an experience where we have had a partner, and even if they didn't cheat, there's been a point where we felt like they might have flirted with the idea. And we have either ignored it or act on it. And as we get older, we learn that life is challenging. People have weaknesses. But like I said, you don't turn your back on your partner when they get sick. When a woman or a man cheats on you, they gave in to temptation, whatever. Some people are narcissists, and they do it intentionally. But sometimes it happens, especially if the relationship's not genuine, if someone's not feeling love, if someone's not feeling respected.
If they're missing something at home, they're going to find it.
Yeah.
Just being honest.
Yeah. Yo,
Jason.
What you're not willing to
I think
do,
somebody will.
I think taking someone back after they cheated, from what you've explaining, I just think it's very misguided. And I think it's a very warped idea of what love is.
Yeah, because we have different. Because I agree with Jason. Wait, I have to ask you a question, because I kind of agree with Ben, but I also see your guys' point of view.
No, I can see it.
Which is why I wanted to ask you and T. Like, okay, I know. I know it's very traditional, and a lot of people, if they have a child out of wedlock, the first thing is, okay, let's get married because it's the best thing for the child. I know my parents have definitely, sacrificed a lot for my siblings and I to have a better life, and I guess my question is,
I don't agree with that. I say, go ahead.
Because my idea is you have a couple who has a kid out of wedlock. I don't think it's healthy to get married just because you have a kid together, even though it is financially smart to, move in together, and it's also a lot easier for a newborn to take care of them. I get that. But then in the long run, like the partnership between your spouse is so important, because that's like the foundation of building a healthy family. And without spending too much like personal tea, I know what it's like to have parents who do love me and love each other, but it's not really the best circumstances. I kind of like, I know for a fact, like some couples would definitely be so much happier if like they weren't so
together.
much together in the same vicinity.
No, sometimes more children just kind of it's like you're keeping a relationship on life support when you add more kids. Back to what I was saying about back to what I was saying is that the reason why I think that it's misguided and it's a twisted kind of love is because, don't let me be the one to say that it's not genuine in any sense of the word, because you feel what you feel, right? I just think that if this person, even if they give in the temptation, because I understand we're human and we make mistakes, but there are certain mistakes that you make to where you have to live with the consequences, and you have to recognize that you fucked up, and you can't you can't try to get your way after that fact. So what I mean by that is, again, the person cheats on you and they tell you, hey, look, I'm sorry, this, that, and they can show you that they've changed and all that, right? And so from that point on, if you decide to take that person back, it's a judgment call, right? And whatever happens after that point is completely your fault, right? Whatever happens after then is your fault. Whatever led to them cheating on you, that wasn't you. I mean, it could have been you, lack of communication. Like I said, if they're missing something somewhere, they're gonna go find it somewhere else. So it could be the communication aspect of it. But after that point, whatever happens after then is on you. And that's why I think, and these things happen.
It's actually on both of y'all.
Both
of y'all got to work at it.
No,
that's
definitely. No.
I'm not saying that everybody should get back into it. I totally get y'all.
But you're definitely right. You're right is what I'm saying. Yeah. And whatever happens after that fact is on the part that both sides of the parties that decide, right?
It's just more so people that think the way we do don't want to take the risk of what happens after. They just kind of cut it off.
No, yeah. Because you can still love someone from afar.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Everybody has their boundaries and their standards, right?
Yeah.
So it's just what you're willing to accept. That's what I was saying.
To answer Nate's question, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to having a child, you have to understand this is a life.
Mm-hmm.
And we have something called experiences. And this is where accountability comes in. I'm not saying you have to force yourself, but I'll tell you, like I told my homie who ended up knocking up a chick, you better learn to love her. Because again, it's not about self anymore. It becomes way bigger than you. Right now, if you look at your parents, they will sacrifice everything for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Even their own pride, even if it's something that will hurt them. And to go piggyback off to Ben, and I don't say this in a disrespectful manner, but it also comes into experience of a life. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite lyrics in the song, have you ever loved someone so much you thought you'd die? Hello, like that's the power of love to basically heal you when somebody makes a mistake. The love you have for that person. Because love, when it's true, is unconditional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's unconditional. And listen, we have family members who are messed up. They're fuck ups. But we love them unconditionally. You understand what I'm saying? The same thing could apply to somebody who's not blood, whether it's your boyfriend, whether it's your girlfriend. So what I say to that is you have to honestly really look at how things work. I understand that, yes, logically speaking, it's very easy to cut off. But people miss the one thing they're not thinking about, the emotions that's tied. Because just like you can still love somebody and not be with them, you don't stop loving people once you truly fall in love with them.
Right.
You don't. I don't care what anybody says, because if you could turn your love off for somebody, it was never real. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the difference with this generation versus my generation. It's not a strong foundation.
So much
It's very light. There's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, think about it. Ben, have you ever been in a relationship with somebody that you love unconditionally that wasn't family?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm only 24. I don't really have that many experiences. You know what I'm saying?
So you never, even in your first, love, you never had.
I mean, because the only thing I can say to that is like, do I truly understand what love is? My first girlfriend, I could say that, yeah, I loved her, and when we broke up, it hurt. But like, what is really my understanding of love? I think that everyone can have a broad idea. Yeah, exactly. I think everyone can have a broad idea of what love is, right? And I don't think you can discount someone else's idea of what love is just because you went through a different kind of love, you know?
It's unique.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's built
which is why I have to give so much credit to parents.
No, yeah, definitely.
Not the same as somebody else. But what I'm saying is, when you love somebody truly, and they say it all the time, and like they said, the only things in life for a man that is loved unconditionally is his wife and his children. But us men are loved under conditions, unfortunately. Not all the time, but it seems to be the majority of times. But that unconditional love, yo, nothing can break unconditional love. Meaning, yo, I could love somebody so much, you could stab me in the back 1,000 times. I love you enough to walk away. That's how deep in real life gets when you love somebody so much that you walked away.
No, and that's what I mean.
Because, hold on, let me finish. Because I think the idea of when it comes to love and relationship is more of ownership. It's an entitlement. Love is freedom. You get what I'm saying? That whole saying, if you love something and you let it go and it comes back, it means so much more. And it's true. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's why I asked you, have you ever been with somebody that you love unconditionally? Or Nate, have you ever been in love with somebody unconditionally? Because I could guarantee you, as I speak to you right now, for everyone who's ever loved somebody unconditionally, even though they're not together, they still love that person. They just want to see them build. They want to see the best of them. They want to see them go far in life, even if it's not with them. That's unconditional love.
Yes.
And that don't change. It doesn't expire. You understand? That's like, because think about it. The love your mother has for you, that love is never going to expire. As my mother says all the time, the day she stops loving me and continues loving me is when God calls her home. Her job is done, because the love she has for me is unconditional. Just like certain people in my life, I have unconditional love for, and I don't even talk to them anymore. I don't have a relationship anymore, but I love them. Like they say, yo, I got some dope ass memories with dudes I will never fuck with again. Shorties I will never hold again. But because I have unconditional love for them, I still want the best for them. And that doesn't expire.
No, like again, Jay, you're right. I'm not arguing against that. The main thing I was arguing against is taking back a partner after them doing you dirty. That's the main, because like,
but that's unconditional.
But that's unconditional love.
Here's the thing.
That's what he's saying.
And Jay he literally just said it. Unconditional love is being able to walk away, right? You can still love a person from afar. I think, like I said, I think
but it takes a while. That's what he didn't let you know.
No, yeah,
it takes a while for you to get there, because listen, even abuse victims, like domestic violence victims, right? People always be wondering sometimes, like, well, dang, why did she stay? Why do they do that? Why do they let themselves go through that?
This much.
Some of it is just because they love that person unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? Look, more than they love themselves.
And this is what I do understand, that aspect behind it. You know, why people don't leave certain toxic relationships, and because it could be on paper it's a very bad situation that they're in, but for whatever reason they don't want to leave it. Because they're again because of the emotion that's tied to it. Now I'm not saying that, because I know it's not easy to just turn off your emotions for someone, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, though, even though it is gonna hurt, because it will hurt,
you gotta walk away.
You still have to walk away. You can still love a person from afar. And I think that if you take someone back after they did you wrong in such a way, I just think it's a bad call. And you know what? But here's the thing. There are people who are willing to take that shot. And, sometimes it turns out okay. They get their fairy tale ending. but the majority of the time is that's not how it works.
Right.
That's not how it ends up at the very least, you know?
I mean,
Or at
I've
least
been
from
on both
personal
ends of
experience,
this
it doesn't.
I
stick.
agree with you on that because you said the majority of the time. Maybe what you have witnessed,
Right.
but what I have grew up witnessing is completely different from what you witnessed. It's
I know, but you're
Yeah.
but
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
but you're speaking
But-
anecdotally, right? So let's
But
speak.
even now in
let's-
y'all's generation, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna use certain people for example. I ain't saying that I'm just gonna give like a couple that everybody knows.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
stay in the topics right now, whatever.
Blueface
right?
and his girl.
We could use them, or we could use Cardi B and Offset.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Ooh,
saying? Because
yeah.
Cardi B and Offset,
Better yet,
Offset
Whitney
cheated how many
Houston and
times?
Bobby Brown.
We're not gonna go there.
Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown.
No. I mean, that was unconditional love, right? But Bobby he's moved on. He's found other people. I'm talking about people who actually, because he wants an example of people who got back together and they're doing good, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
say,
No, I
for
mean-
example,
yeah.
for example, Cardi B and Offset, right? When they first started dating, remember, she had the baby, he cheated, he started cheating. But now look, they ain't got back together, they happy, he ain't tightened
Because
up.
the thing,
You know, he ain't fucking Sweetie. I mean, excuse me, he ain't sleeping with Sweetie.
what I have to say about that is when you're
Sorry.
I think it's a lot harder for women at that level, like where Cardi B is, Beyonce, and all that shit. I think it's very hard for women at that level to find someone else, and they're more willing to deal with bullshit than the average
Ben,
woman.
I can I just say something that I noticed?
Hold
Like,
on. Let me
you're
educate
making
him on this real quick,
excuses.
please.
I'm not.
Hold on,
how am I making
hold on.
You're
excuses?
making excuses for everything because I'm like, you wanted me to give you an example. I gave you an
And you gave me the
right?
example, and I
But
gave you.
I don't think that it's just women of their
Please, hold on,
caliber.
hold on.
That's
Because
fine.
guess what?
Yeah.
It's women out
Let
here
me
that be
just
having
say-
babies from different guys back to back, and it's guys out here who still think that all them kids is theirs
No,
and still be happy.
and that while
And
that
I'm just saying
while
that
that
those
may
are
be
average.
true,
Those
while
are
that
average people.
while that may be true, that doesn't mean that it's still not like a bad situation. You know,
It
that
is, but
like,
I mean,
that doesn't take away that it's still a bad situation, and
But
that's not something that
Ben, but you're looking at it from the outside, my G. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You're looking at it from the outside. And unfortunately, no disrespect, until you walk that line and experience some situation like that for yourself, I guarantee you your mind's going to operate on a whole different scale. Everybody takes pain differently.
mhm.
Everybody receives love differently. Everyone gives love differently. And that's what I'm trying to help you see. You get what I'm
no,
saying?
but I
'Cause
do
you
see it
just-
logic.
wait, wait,
I'm just saying
but
it's still
you
a,
just-
that doesn't make it okay. And just because
I
I
never said it makes it okay.
no,
But what
I'm
I'm
not
saying
arguing
is-
against what you're saying though.
No, but what I'm saying, you just said when you talked about these women because you use their age as a preference to why they stay, because it's going to be harder for them to move on. Yo, women, what some people have to understand, women are just like us. When they got a union to save, they'll take it till they can't anymore. You get what I'm saying? They take it till they can't anymore. And it's both male
I
and
think-
female. It has nothing to do with age.
I don't.
He didn't say.
I didn't
age.
say
So
anything about
let me
age.
clear. I think basically what both of y'all are saying is this: you miss her age, but what he was saying is because of their caliber, their status, who they
Yeah.
are, it's hard for them to move
Mhm.
on. But to me,
I mean, they
I'm-
can't really fuck with like any old like. Oh, I'm saying okay, specifically
Okay.
for famous people,
Yeah.
for
like
famous
celebrities.
women
Accustomed to a
specifically.
lifestyle.
Yeah, they
Right.
can't exactly be with like
That's-
someone as high as like fucking Offset, or I'm not Offset. What's this guy's name?
Offset.
Future
It was
Offset,
Offset.
Yeah,
Offset,
Offset.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then go
But
fuck with Darius that works at the In-N-Out
but they're
Burger.
not.
You know what I'm
But-
saying?
But you got to remember, they're
No,
not going to do that.
They're not gonna do that. They're gonna stay in their league. And how
They're
many?
going to move up higher.
No, exactly. And then from
So-
that point,
The
right?
question is how many men are in that?
Like, how many men are in that league that they are available, that they're
It's-
able to go to
it's
and then
still-
lock down,
it's
right? Because
still-
men in that league,
Mm.
very hard to lock down.
I know,
you know?
it sounds like Ben is giving a lot of excuses for the specific topic.
This is just the
And-
reality of.
and
but
I-
it's not, because you got to think about it. Just because, I mean, like I think what Jason said, it's like you're kind of like on the outside looking in. If they're in this industry, there's like people shooting their shot at them
Yeah.
all the time, right? So it's plenty of people who would want Cardi B and would want to take her away from Offset.
No, yeah,
right?
but like,
no, I'm just using her because we use
no, but I'm
them as the
saying
example.
like there are plenty of
She
people
could
that want Cardi B,
and she could go to anybody else.
No, but listen,
that
how
are
many
available? It's a lot of available celebrity men.
But what I'm saying is again, but how many of no, I'm saying, but how many of them does she want? Does that make sense? Like, yeah, there are plenty of guys that want her.
So you're talking about,
but how many?
But that's
wait, we're talking specifically about.
Okay, so let me answer you.
You're talking about the caliber of lifestyle of these men that they're with.
Yeah.
How easy is it for them to get with another man of that caliber?
Easy.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Easy.
Okay. Well, perfect prime example. Future Sierra. She got with Russell Wilson.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? If you want another example, right? Mariah Carey. Look who she got. She got another caliber. A lot of people think Nick Cannon broke. He ain't.
Yeah.
You have to understand within that
billionaire.
lifestyle, there's an entire network. That's why we call it Holly Weird.
Look at Megan. Look at Megan Thee Stallion. Let's just use her for an example.
Yeah.
She just went from let's see, Tory Lanez, The Baby, Ben Simmons.
She was with Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez shot her, and he.
I mean, I know they shot her, but
yes,
like they were
intimate.
together.
Yeah, they were intimate. He was
they were
intimate with the friend, who also is Kelsey, who they said is also part of the shooting thing.
I'm gonna.
But I'm just saying like this. Like, let's take for example. I'm gonna use Angela Simmons. You know who Angela Simmons is, right? Run DMC daughter. You don't know Angela Simmons?
Is she an actress?
Yeah. Steve Harvey's daughter. Look at Steve Harvey's daughter.
Look at Steve Harvey's daughter with Michael B. Jordan. But anyway, I was gonna say Angela Simmons because, like, look at her. She's then went from Bow Wow. Now she's with Yo Gotti. Like, it just keeps going.
So here's
like,
the thing.
It goes.
The reason why
Romeo, she went Bow Wow. Wait, Bow Wow, Romeo, a couple of other NBA players, football players. Now she's with Yo Gotti.
But so what you're saying is pretty much
they can get whoever they want.
You're pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? You're establishing my point by making those examples. I'm going to tell you why.
No, you're establishing my point.
But listen, so what I said is getting these guys and locking them down. And so the examples you've been naming off are women who are jumping from guy to guy, but they're not locking any of these guys down.
Not true. Some of these, you asked me to give you examples of like
women of that caliber getting guys and locking them down in that bracket.
They could have locked them down, right? This is what I'm saying, right? Some of them was young at the time, some of them not. But like when you told me to give you an example of Cardi B and I gave you Cardi B, and then you said, well, they don't usually come back and have a happy ending.
Yeah,
they pretty much did, right? I'm just saying on some of yours, yes, right? With like Angela Simmons and different ones like that, maybe I would say. But like how we told you with Sierra, like you said, she wouldn't be able to get nobody else of her calendar and lock it down. She got rid of Future because obviously he wasn't about the right things, right? Yeah. She loved him unconditionally. She was willing to do the right things, right? He wasn't. Yeah. She got fed up, moved on to something better, you know? Yeah. So I get that.
How long has she been with this guy, the new guy?
Who, Russell?
Yeah.
For like what, 8 years now?
That's good.
4, 5, 6, 7.
They're married.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good. Yeah,
that's kids, good. With like 3 new kids or
that's
something.
Really good.
I think they got like the 2 babies.
Yeah.
Or 3.
We love happy endings, guys. You know,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, look again, and I said before, it's not like they're just not common. So it's not going to work out for everyone.
And Jay-Z, that's the perfect one. You know how many times Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce? She made a whole album about it. Resentment was about Jay-Z.
That's so crazy.
The song Resentment.
That's a perfect example of.
Look at him.
I think that's a perfect example of.
Of what? Go ahead.
That's a perfect example of not being able to imagine you're Beyonce. You're Beyonce.
Beyonce.
And then you got with Jay-Z. Jay-Z. Who are you? Who's after Jay-Z?
Right.
Who,
I mean, I see your point.
I think-
There's
because
other people.
in the
There's other
bracket,
people richer than Jay Z.
No, you're absolutely right. There are definitely people richer than Jay Z.
Diddy. I mean, Young Miami is with
Okay.
Diddy.
Hold on, let me
But
just
these
say
are
There's a lot of other
people.
One person we can
Dr.
talk
Dre,
about, right?
Yeah.
other people.
Hold on,
You
hold on.
just keep
Let's
shooting
talk
down
about it
everybody.
this
I
way.
keep telling you. I
Man,
told you, you're trying to
if
make
you're logical-
a.
I'm just
if
poking
you're
holes in what you're
logical,
saying.
right?
It's nothing to
I'm not
poke
shooting
a
it
hole
down.
in.
I'm just-
but
Your
but
logic
I'm
was.
sorry, I have to disagree because look at E from Rough Riders.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, see, he don't know half
E
of these
from Rough
people.
Rider is now with one of the most
Richest,
richest men
yes,
on the planet,
and
look
been there
at what
happy.
he went through.
Right.
What's for your caliber is for your caliber. It's not for anyone.
wow, you
bro.
guys know a
But
lot of
there's
people.
enough evidence to
They do,
honestly
they do.
debunk
Wow.
your theory.
But
There's
Jason,
enough.
let me just say this, because Ben is taking us everywhere here, okay? And we're defending ourselves on everything, and we're standing our ground, right? But his main point of view was that 9 times out of 10, when someone gets cheated on and they get back in the relationship, it doesn't end well, right? That was your theory.
Yeah,
we
I said
showed
it's.
you.
I said
we
it's
just showed
very
him
rare
so many,
for it
right.
to turn
But
out
we just
okay if
showed
you take them
him-
back after they did you dirty.
You get what I'm saying? We just showed him examples, and every example we showed him, he was
Yep.
like, well,
I'm Googling
this
the
person
statistics, guys.
and
Oh,
this person,
Yeah.
So it was like, he was like,
because the thing is, if they were, because when I'm wrong, I will admit it, but I just
you
don't
were
feel
wrong.
like
We
I
gave
don't
you
feel like
Jay-Z
what it
and
is that you're.
Beyonce.
I
We gave you Cardi B.
I think Jay-Z and Beyonce. I think using celebrities
Cardi
as
B.
as an
because
example
those
of
are
that.
people that you know. I don't know
no,
Tom
no,
Joe
no,
to tell
you're right.
you because
So-
you don't know Tom Joe.
Again, I still do think that with Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Sierra, Russell.
So I'll give you that one, right? There you go. That's that one. But I do think with Jay-Z and Beyonce, that's a perfect example of her not. She wouldn't be able to find someone on Jay-Z's level
But
that she
that's not
also
your
respects.
point. See, that's what I'm saying.
that's
Your point. No, your point.
So what I said was that she wouldn't be able to find someone else of that caliber.
But-
She's pretty much stuck in that.
Wait, guys,
Okay.
I
That's what I
Googled it.
said.
Okay, but
Oh,
hold
all right,
on.
hold on. She has a statistic.
Okay, so I had to Google it. Okay,
Yeah.
so the first thing on top it says, for marriages specifically, close to 25% of marriages stay together after an instance of cheating, and more men than women stay married when they are cheating. The partner, 61% versus 44. And then there was another one that says, infidelity affects 1 in every 2.7 couples, and most, and in parentheses it says 65% to 70%.
Yeah.
And most stay together after. Most partners engage in infidelity actually want to stay in their relationships. There's a great potential to have a
There you
stronger
go.
marriage / relationship after infidelity than before. Really?
Now
That is
do you
interesting.
see
That is very interesting.
Now
That
you
is.
see what I said.
And then what are the statistics of someone cheating again? And so the answer was, it is estimated that if someone cheated before, there is a 350% chance that they will cheat again compared to those who have never cheated. In the same study that states that cheaters will cheat again, they found that those who have been
Louis.
cheated on will
You
most
hear
likely
this,
be cheated
Louis?
on again.
So yeah, that
Interesting.
proves my point. It doesn't end well.
No, it proves my point.
Because she just said 350% chance that they will cheat again.
And guess what? How
Okay.
much? Read how much of the
You know what?
percentage was that
No,
they stay together after
No,
the
but
cheating.
listen to what I said.
Read
Li-
it again.
my point was.
Read it again.
Well, hold on, team. Hold on, Jay. But listen.
Read it
Let me just say
again.
this.
75% of the people
So
stay. And
no,
they're
hold on,
happy.
T. Look,
Okay, they're not going
T.
nowhere.
You are right.
People don't care. They
You are
don't care if
you
you
are
cheat.
right
Listen to
that
me,
they will stay
YouTubers.
with each
They
other.
don't
But
care.
that doesn't mean
They
it's
don't
okay.
care.
That doesn't mean it's a good thing.
It's okay.
That
'Cause
doesn't
while
mean,
you cheated,
bro. That literally
Listen,
proved my point.
Jason,
That you get back
Jason,
with
we
the
gonna take
cheater, and they will
If I
fuck
may-
you
if I
again,
may-
dude.
if I may- if I may-
Logic, one
listen to
moment.
What you just said.
Yeah.
You just said it doesn't mean it's a good thing, but you're looking on the outside.
Bro.
You're not in it.
He not listening to
Speak on
statistics.
that, bro.
Oh
More
my
people
god.
say they
Okay.
happy.
Speak on that.
Okay.
I think we've all
Because
established
you're
that
not
Ben has
together.
high standards and he will never forgive his
No,
future partner for
Exactly.
cheating.
That's
And
that's the
okay.
thing.
And I
It's
get
not
that.
that
That's
I.
what it
It's not that I won't forgive. It's I won't forget and I won't stand for it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I meant forget.
I'll forgive.
So that's what I
No,
said.
like I'll forgive, but I won't stand for it. If you
Right,
cheated on me once, then I will not allow myself
That's okay.
to be open to the idea of it happening
Can I get
again.
a drum roll, please?
You know?
I called Ben out in
Ben?
the first of this episode. I did. I said it. I said, Ben, you're the type of guy that if your girlfriend cheats,
Yeah.
you're not gonna forget it. And you're
Yeah.
gonna be the one to be like, even if she's trying. Like
Yeah,
doing
I'm gonna-
everything,
I'm
you're
gonna-
be
I'm
like,
outta there. Yeah,
you
no.
cheated.
I have I
little
don't feel bad
slut,
about that. I'm out of there.
little whore.
Yes.
It was you.
Yes.
Ben,
But you know
I'm
what?
gonna be real with you.
Yes.
See,
I'm gonna say that I'm saying this out of love, my G. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's your preference. But life has a way of changing us.
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying a man needs to take that. Because I'm also the same person, yo, you cheat on me, you're out the door. But because I'm aware of I can love people unconditionally, boy, until you're in that mix, you can't speak on it, homie.
Right.
And that's the honest truth.
Bro,
what
what
you're
you
saying right now could be completely different when that person you fall madly, deeply in love with. And because you said
And
it
she got that
yourself,
Snapple.
you have not felt that and have got to that point in life
Snapple.
yet. It's
Snapper.
very easy
Oh,
for you
snapper,
to
never
speak the shit that you're saying.
I mean, I
You have to acknowledge that.
no, you're absolutely right.
'Cause right now,
I would
talking
say
shit-
I would say because I haven't fallen madly in love with someone and they
Right.
cheated on me
And
that
they
I
never
don't
put that-
I'm
that's never
not
happened.
like I'm not in that mindset. It has not happened to me. I want to, and you know what? Life has a way of humbling people and changing their minds or whatever. But I would like to confidently say that even if I was madly in love with someone, if they destroyed my trust in such a way, because I myself am already an anxious person, I get paranoid and all that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the controlling type or any of that nonsense. People are going to do what they do because we're adults. But for me,
But, Ben,
personally, I wouldn't be able to rest my head next to someone, even if I'm madly in love with them. They're the mother of my children, this, that, and a third. If they were willing to break my trust like that, I will not. It's not like I'll excommunicate them. I will love them from a distance, but they cannot
but Ben,
find their way back
but
into
Ben-
my heart in that manner again.
But Ben, you know where you're fucking up at, bro?
Uh,
I don't keep it 100.
yeah.
You're saying if they fuck up, what happens if you fuck
If
up,
I-
nigga?
If I fuck up, I'm gonna take it to the chin,
Then-
bro. No.
No,
I
no,
promise
no.
you.
Let me
I
ask you again.
promise.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
again.
Mhm.
What happens
Right.
if you're the one who fucks up?
Then I
You
take it
gotta
to the
understand
chin.
something,
What
bro.
do you mean you're gonna
Yeah,
take it to the
it's not
chin?
about taking
So
it
you're
to
gonna
the
so you're
chin.
gonna give
It's not
so you're
about
gonna
taking
break
it to
up
the
with the
chin.
girl that you're madly in love with
If-
that you actually made a mistake on.
If I fuck up,
So you're gonna tell yourself
You're gonna
that
leave
if
your
you
happy
cheat on
home.
the chick, God forbid you cheat on your
Mhm.
chick,
Yeah.
you're gonna tell your chick,
Right.
no, you can't take me back. I won't allow you.
Right.
yes,
You're fucking full of shit.
I'm not.
Oh, you're full of shit.
I mean,
You're full of shit.
it's-
You're telling me if the love of your life and you made a
With a
mistake
straight face.
and you cheated on her,
It's
that
the
you're
straight
gonna
face
push her
for
away
me.
and tell her not to take you back?
yes. The guilt will be too much for me.
I call bullshit.
That's
I
okay.
call bullshit.
That's okay.
I call
That's okay.
bullshit.
That's okay.
And you know what? I'm starting to see like, you know, Jason like T's point of view, because like if you think about it, like and not just cheating, this can be in any instance of you fucking up a relationship, not just cheating. Like we all make mistakes, and so you know, like I know I've done it in terms of like, let's say we're fighting over like jealousy. Let's say the topic is, I know I've been a little jealous before in the past. So if the tables have turned and my partner is in the situation that I once was before, it's not that I'll be more lenient, but I'll be more understanding to like, oh, okay, you know what? I went through this situation. I know exactly how you're feeling. Let's talk this out, see how we can recover from the situation. So maybe this doesn't happen again, or we can control it in a more healthy manner. Now,
The
in
older-
terms of cheating, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, obviously.
Look, bro. I mean,
I feel like the
I-
more mature you get, the more the conversations and your communication changes.
I
So
get that
once that, like, you know, when you're younger,
Yeah.
you know, you find out someone cheat, you might be like, oh, okay, whatever, I'm on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when you invested time and you're older and y'all then start building things together and stuff, and then this person kind of like
Yep.
cheats, you get hurt. So you
Yeah.
kind of like want to know answers on why.
yeah.
Right.
Like what happened? How did we get to this point? How can we fix this point? Especially if you love them unconditionally.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna be like, oh my God, I'm gonna throw it away.
No, again, it's not necessarily throwing it away, but you have to restructure what that relationship is.
Okay,
You know-
so let me say this, because you know it's more than one ways of cheating. Like
yeah,
just sleeping with
emotional.
someone-
It could be emotional. You know,
So-
I understand that. Yeah,
Right. So,
that's what I'm saying. Like
so
again,
even if you get caught
yeah,
emotionally cheating,
Yep.
flirting, whatever, you're just gonna forget the person that you're with, that
Nope.
you've been investing with.
no,
and
it's
everything. You're gonna tell her like,
So,
oh, this isn't.
again,
I cheated on you.
I think you're
whether
understanding
it was
it.
emotionally.
Yeah, I think you're understanding it as what Logic said earlier, just like turning off your emotions for someone, but that's not at least
I'm trying to
that,
see you.
Yeah, no,
you
yeah.
said,
Listen. That's not how I'm trying to present it. I'm trying to present it as you have to recognize when you fucked up, and so it's like this. For me, I'm gonna speak on me personally, then I'm gonna say it, and generally speaking, for me personally, if I fucked up, I got caught or whatever, I fucked up this, that, and the third, and she still wants to make it work with me. If she still wants to make it work with me, in the back of my mind, I'm gonna go, this is unacceptable, because if I did this, and people can change this and the third, but in my mind is I would start to question how much I actually do love this person. Those gonna be floating around in the back of my mind, and that's only gonna turn into resentment later in the future because I know myself to as far as I do to that regard.
Right.
Now, I'm speaking generally, right? If on the male side, they're the ones that cheated on their girl and they're trying to make it work with their girl wants to take them back, then this is like I said before earlier, that's the judgment call, and whatever happens after then is on you, right? So that's that. And I get it. It's hard to believe that, that I'm saying that if I cheated on my girl, then that I would just leave the relationship where it is. I honestly think, and this is just me, it's okay if you guys think I'm wrong, but I honestly think that it'd be better off that if one of the persons fuck up, that, you should, again, restructure the relationship depending on what you guys built with each other, right? If you have kids, the communication should stay healthy because you still got to raise those kids. If you're running a business together, the communication should stay healthy. You got to do what you can to make what you built work.
Yep.
But the relationship doesn't always have to stay romantic. It doesn't have to be in the same way that it was, So like, again,
I'm just gonna say it like this to
let's start wrapping up our like.
I'm just gonna say this. You have to understand, Ben, the reason why we're pushing back on that, because you're thinking critically without emotion. And until you have those emotions in you, then you can execute.
I don't think it's okay that you're saying that, but I'm going to respect it. It's not okay that you're saying that, but I'm going to respect it.
I'm just going to say this. I feel like I hear your point of view.
Yeah.
I can see your point of view, right? I could see it.
Yeah.
But I do feel like your point of view will change once you actually fall in love with someone and you actually experience unconditional love. I think your view will then change, because then you will see, like right now, you haven't been in a relationship where you actually love someone more than you love yourself, kind of. You get what I'm saying? Because that's kind of like the real definition of like unconditional love. It's like putting, you know what I'm saying, that person before you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see you smile even if I ain't smiling today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Ben is like that friend that, like, if you confide in him that your partner cheated on you and you're explaining your hurt, Ben is that unbiased.
No, because
not letting the emotion cloud their judgment, telling you, hey, this is wrong.
Right.
But then obviously if you put emotion into it, you start taking into consideration, okay, we have to talk about this like adults. Let's see if we can make this work. Like, and it also really depends on the situation.
I was going to say, it depends on the situation. But I'm saying
you can talk about it, right? And you can talk about it with your partner, and what you guys decide to do then, that's on you. What happens after then, that's on you. Well, again, I'm saying is it has to come down to what you're willing to deal with.
Exactly.
You can definitely love someone more than you love yourself.
Yep. It's all about what
it has to be what you're willing to deal with. And if you can, and your thoughts can get clouded by emotions. That's very true. And so what you have to realize, if you believe that this is going to be more trouble than it's worth in the future after this person has done this to you, right? And you decide to go along with it, whatever happens is on you. But I don't think it's wrong per se. I don't think it's wrong at all to, even if you have all this love for this person, to just wash your hands clean of the situation.
Okay.
I think that's the smarter thing to do. But again, emotions can affect the way that you.
I have an experience.
What's wrong?
To share.
Nobody said you were wrong.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I understand. I understand where you're coming from when you say that my perspective on it will shift when I find myself neck deep in this situation.
No, I'm just saying,
I understand that.
Like,
right?
You say you haven't found nobody.
No, but I understand that. But you have to be willing. I think what I'm understanding is that you're not willing. You're more so willing to delude yourself than to walk in reality. And when it comes to a situation like that.
All right, I'm gonna share my experience, right?
Yeah.
Because I've been in both situations, right? Where I've loved somebody unconditionally and I stayed to see how it would play out.
Yeah.
Right. And then I've been in a relationship. Well, let's just say this one, I actually got married, right? So I was in a marriage, right? And yeah, the person cheated on me during the time of my cancer, right? So for me, that was like the lowest blow. I probably would have tried to work it out. Like to me, it was just the timing.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, damn, you could have cheated when
I was still good.
right.
But you got me when I couldn't yeah.
Exactly. So for me, that's why I felt like I left that situation. You get what I'm saying? Like it was enough. It was like, whoa, like
no, I hear that.
Much. But with the other situation, it was like, dang, you cheated. Like, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we did wrong.
No,
like, what,
and but you're right. Like, right?
You can. Then I found out he was just the cheater.
You can talk about it, right? So, you can communicate, right, about it. And again, I understand that emotions cloud judgment, but you can talk about it. And then, like I said, you make the judgment call, right? You decide at that point after that issue, that thing has happened, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to accept?
You know what, Ben?
Yeah.
If I may say this to you, I think the best way to get out what you're saying is you could love someone unconditionally, right?
But know your
boundaries.
With
unconditional love comes loyalty.
Yeah.
But that loyalty can expire.
Mm-hmm.
And when that loyalty expires, that's it.
No, yeah.
Is that fair enough?
No, yeah, that? You're absolutely right. Yes, because like again, you can only.
Now I see where you're coming
from. Yeah, I get. That's why I said I get what you're saying.
The loyalty aspect. Right. Yeah, you can only take so much, right?
Right.
And you should only accept so much. You can love someone. I mean, I personally, I can't say I've loved someone unconditionally besides like my own blood or whatever, right? Yeah. You can love someone, but that doesn't mean you have to put up with the bullshit, especially if that person isn't going to take your love as seriously as you do. Because that's been a lot of the situations. You could be madly in love with someone, but that person's using you as a crutch. They see that because you love them so much, you're willing to put up with whatever. So they're going to keep being out of pocket, and that's only going to fuck you up even more.
You ever heard that saying?
Yeah.
The one who cares the least in the relationship holds the most power.
Yep. Like the script says, whenever a heart breaks, it don't break even.
Right.
And that's the point I'm trying to get across. I think that's where we can all agree on is that you can love someone, but if once that the loyalty isn't there, then it's not there, bro. And then from that point on, you want to see them eat at a different table. You don't have to put up with the bullshit.
You want to see them eat, just not at your table.
Can I just say I'm so proud of you guys for finding common ground.
That's how it is on the 1424 podcast, baby. You already know how it is.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir.
Love you, nigga, but you're retarded.
I ain't got no love for these hoes.
Oh my god.
Shame your local slut.
Nate, mama, bring us into
Hey, guess who the slut is, you guys?
Next topic.
Got that dog in me. You already know what it is.
You mean wrapping up.
Nate, bring us in,
wrapping up.
Okay, sorry. Next topic. I'm sorry.
No, you mean wrapping up? It's
we're going home.
2 hours?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's almost in 2 hours.
Yes.
Hold on. Before we go, let's just read off some of the comments that were thing.
Oh, okay.
So
yes, please.
Let's see what Mr. Horny got. Unconditional love is a deep admiration or care for someone. That's love. You're well aware cheating would devastate them. And if you're still willing to do it, then you don't even care about them. That's what he says. And he goes, please, I made a mistake. I love you. That's not remorse. It's guilt. I do believe that you can hold someone's emotions hostage.
Okay.
You can do that.
Mr. Horny guy, I may not have agreed with your statement earlier about my culture, but nigga, you hit the nail on this one. Good shit, brother. Good shit. You made a good point on that.
Like what Tina says, to each their own. At that point, I'd rather let you go if you cheat. It's betrayal and a disrespect at the end of the day. Everyone has different boundaries, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Same thing I said. It's all about what you're willing to accept and what your boundaries are.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Do relationships work out after someone cheats? Sure. And I do believe this as well. I'm not against it. I would like to think that true love is real, right? I like to think that it is because I myself am a hopeless romantic, right?
It is. You'll find
I think that it's real, Sure. But would you really want to make it work with someone who didn't respect you enough to stay faithful? That's a question you have to ask yourself if you find yourself in that situation. And again, what you do beyond that point when you guys communicate, that's a
Yeah.
judgment call, and that's all on you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
You make your bed, you lay in it.
exactly. So that
See?
so,
Educated beyond his own eye intelligence / experience.
no, yeah, you know, and so that's how that works out. You know, and I would like to hope that I don't find myself in that situation later
Yeah,
along the
honestly,
road.
Knock
You
on
know?
wood.
But life has a way of, humbling people, changing their minds and shit like that. So, and
Right.
it always comes.
Cupid shoots his arrows cross-eyed. I'm just gonna tell you like that. But close this out.
All
baby.
right,
Close
so-
this out.
Thank you everybody for tuning in to the 1424 podcast. I've been Sir Zaniel. That's
Nate!
and
Tiastami.
and make sure you hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell icon. That's Sir. Hit that bell. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. Yes. For notifications, and make sure to find us on Instagram and TikTok under 1424 podcast. Yes, ma'am. And again, this is Logic. You guys, I don't think he signed himself off. The gear hit himself. Logic. And as you know, that's one thing's for sure, two things for certain, baby. Let's fucking go.
Let's go, baby.
Mwah. Mwah. Goodbye.